Friends, we will start today. Today subject is BBA semester 1 subject is office automation, and our first lecture related office automation. Today we will see what is computer. The computer words comes from the word compute, means to calculate. First of all, computer can store the data, input the data, process the data, and retrieve the data and display the data. Computer is an electronic device that can perform arithmetic and logical operation, and it gives the result as per the user's requirement. It can take the data from the user in the form of variety of forms like character, letter, image, and it can perform arithmetic as well as logical operation in that, and then it gives the result to the user as per the requirement. Computer is a programmable machine. It can program. It has a variety of inputs. It has a speed of more than many people's. It can work instead of many people's. So computer can work speedily. It has a variety of input, variety of data output. So computer is a electronic machine that can accept the data from the user and process that data, and that data can be displayed as per the user requirement. Now we will see how computer works, or what is the block diagram of computer. Block diagram. How computer works? It has many parts like input, processor, main memory, auxiliary or secondary memory, and output. These are the main parts of computer. We will start with the input. That is, input has many devices like keyboard, touch screen, mouse. All these are input devices through which we can provide input to the computer. Input can be in a variety of forms like character, letter, and image, audio, video, like anything. We can use the touchpad, we can use mouse as an input device. So all these are input devices. It gives input to the computer. Then we will see processor, that is CPU, Central Processing Unit. It is a brain of computer. Why it is called brain? Because it performs all the logical and arithmetical operation in that unit. That is why it is called brain of computer. It is called CPU, that is Central Processing Unit. Central Processing Unit has two main parts, that is control unit CU and ALU, that is arithmetic and logical unit. Now we will see what control unit do and what ALU do, means arithmetic and logical unit do. Control unit provide control signal to all the other parts of the computer like input, main memory, auxiliary memory, output device that can control. Control unit works as a controller. It controls all the devices attached to that. It provides signals to input device, auxiliary memory, output and control unit, main memory. All the processing done at processor. All the real world processing was done at processor, and control unit control that process. Then ALU, that is arithmetic and logical unit. What arithmetic and logical unit do? Arithmetic and logical unit do calculation. Actually, execution of instruction, calculation, all these things were done at ALU, that is arithmetic and logical unit. Whatever the calculation we want to do, that is done by ALU. ALU and CU, that is control unit, are the main parts of CPU or computer, but we called it as a CPU, that is central processing unit. These two parts are the brain of computer. Then main memory. Main memory, that is RAM. RAM is random access memory. Whatever the program we start, that were first loaded in RAM or main memory from the secondary storage device. Whatever the current program that are running, that were loaded in main memory. Okay, so main memory is also an important part of computer device. Then auxiliary or secondary memory. Auxiliary or secondary memory that store the data in particular format in memory. That data was versatile, means in any form, that can be in image form, in letter form or in numeric form, that will be stored in secondary storage devices. All the data were stored in binary format, 0 or 1 format. For storing data in binary format, computer operates at a different level and it understands only the machine language. So the data was stored in 0 or 1 format. So it will whatever the data we input and processed by the computer, then result was displayed. And if you want to store that data, then computer convert that data into the binary format and then store into the secondary memory. Whatever the program we currently running, that was loaded on main memory. Control input device gives the input to the computer main memory, that were loaded. Whatever the input is given, that were loaded into the main memory. Control unit controls the main memory, auxiliary memory, output device, input device. ALU, whatever the data given by input device, that were manipulated in ALU. Then after, whatever the operations performed, and that was stored in secondary memory. Then control unit gives instruction or signal to output device to display the result. Whatever the calculation we have performed, that will display on output device. Output device can be anything, display, printer, or any other things that can display the result. Whenever we want to, computer is a device, in that we can store, input, retrieve, process data whenever our desire was there. Whenever we desire, we can perform that operation, and it can work speedily. So computer can replace 10 men. One computer can replace 10 men work. Whatever the one man work in 2 hours, that work can be performed by computer in a fractions of second or fractions of minutes. So this is the block diagram of computer, how computer works. Input device gives input to the main memory, control unit control ALU can perform the arithmetic and logical operation. Actually whatever the instruction given, that were performed at ALU. Then secondary memory, that store the data in permanent way. On RAM, whatever the data comes or loaded, that were temporarily stored. Whenever the power goes off or whenever the switch off, at that time whatever data was loaded on main memory, that was lost. And whenever we store the data on auxiliary memory or secondary memory, that data were permanently stored, and whenever we want to retrieve that data, we can retrieve. So it does not affect the power failure or any other things. But in main memory, whatever the data were accessible or loaded, that were stored into the secondary storage, so we can retrieve it. Otherwise, whenever the power was off, at that time that data was erased. Then output device gives the output to the particular whatever the result we want. Whenever we provide input, if we provide the correct input to the computer, then it will produce the accurate result. So this is the block diagram of how computer works. Now we will see what are the features of computer, or what are the characteristics of computer. What are the characteristics of computer? First of all, first characteristics is accuracy. How computer is accurate? Whenever we give the input to the computer, it will process and display the result to the user as per the requirement. But when we provide the accurate data, means accurate input, right input, it will perform operation and it will result in accurate format. Whatever the data will provide, it perform operation and it will provide the result. So accuracy was there. It can never be fail, or it can never be wrong. It will provide accurate data always. Second important characteristics can be speed. Second characteristic can be speed. How speedy computer is? One man can perform particular work in 2 hours. That work can be performed by computer in fractions of second or in few minutes. So we can say computer is very speedy, and its speed can be measured in millisecond, nanosecond, microsecond. So computer works very fastly. Whatever the if you want to some particular amount of, then we takes very much time, and that operation can be performed by computer in a few seconds or few milliseconds. So the speed is there. Third characteristics can be versatility. Third characteristics can be versatility. Versatility means it can perform different types of job. If you are typing a document and at the same time you want to listen the song, then you can perform that operation. You can perform more than one task at a same time. So it is versatile. આપણી ગુજરાતીમાં કહેવત છે ને કે મલ્ટીટાસ્કિંગ પર્સન છે, એટલે કોમ્પ્યુટર છે એ વર્સેટાઇલ છે. મીન્સ કે એક કરતાં વધારે કામ એક જ સમયગાળામાં એ કરી શકે છે, એટલા માટે વર્સેટાઇલ છે અથવા મલ્ટીટાસ્કિંગ છે. આપણે કહીએ છીએ ગુજરાતીમાં કે ભાઈ વર્સેટાઇલ છે અથવા મલ્ટીટાસ્કિંગ પર્સન છે. એક કરતાં વધારે કામ એક જ વ્યક્તિ એક સાથે કરી શકે છે. દેટ ઇઝ મલ્ટીટાસ્કિંગ. Same way, computer is versatile. Many jobs done at the same time. That is versatility. Then fourth characteristics is high storage. High storage. Whatever the data we want to store, that can be stored in very little space by the computer. In our hard disk, in storage device, that is hard disk or pen drive or any other thing, we want to store the books or anything, photos or videos or anything in a particular hard disk. We can store in small space. So high storage, it will one hard disk can store many data or more data, so it is high storage. And whatever the data stored in hard disk or pen drive, that we can retrieve whenever we want to retrieve, at that time we can retrieve that data. Then fifth characteristics is diligence. Diligence means it can never be bored. આપણે કહે છે ને કામ કરતાં કરતાં કંટાળો આવી ગયો. Computer never get bored by doing same kind of task. કોમ્પ્યુટર છે એ એક જ સરખું કામ કરતાં કરતાં ક્યારેય કંટાળો અનુભવશે નહીં. That is why it is diligence. It never get bored by doing the same kind of task, whatever the task is given to it. What task it perform first attempt, at the same efficiency it will perform the last task. Means કે પેલું કામ જે એફિશિયન્સીથી કોમ્પ્યુટર કરશે એ જ એફિશિયન્સીથી લાસ્ટ કામ પણ કોમ્પ્યુટર કરશે. એટલા માટે ઇટ ઇઝ diligence. મીન્સ કે કોઈપણ કામ કરવામાં એને કંટાળો આવશે નહીં. ધેન 6 is no feeling. Computer has no feeling. It is machine, so it has no feeling. It is worked as per the instruction given by the user and instruction given by the control unit. It has no feeling. It is not a human being, so it has no feeling. So we have seen the what is computer. Computer is a device, that electronic device that can perform operations as per the instruction given by the user and store the data as per the requirement. Then we have seen block diagram. Then characteristics of computer. What are the characteristics? That are accuracy, speed, versatility, high storage, diligence and no feeling. So whatever we learn today, that is starting of our subject, and we will talk about computer. And first of all, how computer was evolved, how computer, whenever the first computer was finding out that were too much in size. At that time no storage devices were there. Storage devices were very big, and at that storage devices we can store only the little amount of data. And nowadays whatever the storage devices are available, we can store lots of amount of data on particular small device. So storage device capacities were higher. Then diligence, it will never be get bored or never get no feeling. Computer has no feeling. It will work always with accuracy. It has no chance to get mistake. It will, whatever the task we have given, whatever the input we given, that will perform operation on that will on accuracy. Then speed, it will work speedily because its speed was measured in millisecond, microsecond and nanosecond. Then versatility, we can perform many tasks, more than one task at the same time on computer. So these are the characteristics of computer. We will see the block diagram of computer clearly over here. Input device, processor, that is CPU, main memory, RAM, main primary memory, auxiliary storage or secondary storage and output device. These are the block diagram of computer. Thank you.